Hello, our truth warriors, and welcome back to another short on the Atlantic Underground podcast. Today's topic is called The Elephant in the Room. Now, what I want you to think about as we do this is what I'm asking. Some of you may already realize the questions and have already figured it out, and that's great for everyone. But let's get into this. Who has the power to fund both sides of a war? Who has the power to create the cash from absolutely nothing? Who has the power to buy up all the corporation through every part of the world that touches every part of our lives? Who has the power for decades to lend to queens, kings, and governments? Who has the power to fund agendas for sustainable development goals like Agenda 2030 and, of course, the Great Reset? Who has the power to buy all the failing stocks in order to prop up the markets? Who has the power to overnight lend to your insolvent bank so it remains solvent in the morning when it opens? Who has the power to create the greatest wealth transfer in known human history, which is what we are about to face? Who is behind the destruction and the eradication of the middle class? Who can issue money for high street banks just by putting numbers in a computer under the law of fractional reserve lending? Who has the power to implement monetary policy to banks and governments? Who has the power to have 222 central banks in a world with only 195 countries, giving them the ultimate global dominance? Who is the lender and buyer of last resort? In panic mode right now to keep the banks, stocks, and entire financial system stable as the debt hyperbubble has become weaponized against humanity. Your enemy is not another country. Your enemy is not any of the puppet politicians that we see every day on our TV screens or the overarching government. Your enemy isn't even the United Nations, NATO, or the World Economic Forum with this lovely gentleman, Klaus Schwab, who thankfully has recently stepped down. You see, the real enemy is the few that control all of them by pumping the lifeblood counterfeit fiat currency into everything in the world. And that is the job of the central banks and the overseeing singular power over all central banks, the Bank of International Settlements, which is the head of the very snake. So when you post your disdain on social media for who you think it is to blame for the state of the world today, remember this. Remember what I'm saying here today and aim higher. Because the disposable distractions you want to vent your hatred on are all part of a well tiered and orchestrated plan to enslave humanity, for you to own nothing and be happy. And nothing will change until that elephant in the room has been removed. You don't believe me? Go and research it, please. And as always, as we say here, believe nothing and question everything. Share this, get it out there, like and subscribe, and stay safe, everyone. Because quite frankly, The world we live in today is not a very nice place. And the more you educate yourself, the far better you can protect you and your family. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.